Hey there everyone, I'm going to go ahead and show you the whole screen and the system and what I use to here. Store everything in for Major League Baseball lineups for today and focusing on FanDuel. Let's go ahead and do a DraftKings as well so I can get some idea of what's possibly a good fit there. I lost $1 yesterday and I didn't lose a lot, so that's good. Played in multiple lineups, of course, so I want to do better today and get right back on the show here as a couple prior 2 days were good in profit. So um, the thing with today's slate is interesting because there are a lot of pitchers that are not safe, and the best ranked one here is Hap, but he's not safe either because of this very reason right here that I'll show you right now is that because this negative 13 showing that if he faces a lot of righties, he's potentially in trouble. There's 6 righties on the Mariners, so that's your best option. It's not looking good. So a really good option for today to get yourself some stacks on with Colorado, Milwaukee, probably Kansas City, and a few Blue Jays as well. So they can go about doing that. What I also recommend to make sure you do is, at least get a 4 stack of the Rockies or Milwaukee, and then finish that out with one of those other teams. You can spot fill, of course, as needed for the last position, but maybe get 3, uh, you know, Kansas City Royals or the Blue Jays into your lineup for today, unless we find anything. So let's try to test that and see how it goes here for today, as my players are already picked out and are researched here for you, so we don't have to spend a lot of whole time how to research that. I've shown those in previous videos. Maybe want to check back and watch some of those going anytime a month back or so, or even farther back to last year. You want to see how the basic process is still the same and has not changed. And so we're going to go ahead and project our lineup here for, I got it on all day. Let me switch that first so we'll get an idea of how to do an all day. But focusing on the late slate, just -1 game. So don't have to worry about that one game, and then the rest of them, you don't know what the lineups are going to be. So we could go with something like, for example, a Walker Buehler, and then we can go with, trying to adjust these. I like all these guys except probably the Atlanta guy here. I'm not too, crazy about that idea, but let me get an idea first of what stack this came up with the system. We got a Blue Jay, Milwaukee, Carpenters to St. Louis, John Carlos with New York. That's possibly another way you could go as well. The Yankees with their righties are good today versus lefty, I believe. And then so we got a couple, only one Colorado. So we got, let's choose the Milwaukee stack and see where it goes from here. Making sure we get somebody like that going. Let's see. Sometimes it really just honestly works better when you get out of this and go back into the position optimizer when you're coming down to be able to choose, the last few positions on your roster so that you can get going. But I see it for Milwaukee. I'm liking him and that team there. Actually, there's 2 Colorado guys here, so pretty good there. You could mix it up, of course, with Colorado and Milwaukee. You could do that. Adams, get rid of this guy. See who we can afford. We got Andujar. That's not a bad deal, considering we also got a Baltimore guy here, but we're not going to worry about stacking Baltimore. So this Andujar is not watched by myself, but at least we can fit him in with Stanton, and I think we had another Yankee. No, so we got a 2 stack there, and you may want to switch and change, let's say, this position and see what else we got available in the price range in case we can. Not really anybody else on my radar there, unless it was a bump up to Lucas Duda. Let's give it a try for Kansas City. So we'd have to drop somebody down that we don't really care to project so highly. Let's say we take him out and go with this guy here. There's just a lot of things we could do. You know, you could, like I said, just focus on if you want. Depending on the batting orders, you don't want to set this final order yet until right about 15 after 6, around that time frame. But this gives you some idea. Yelich, I really believe in for today, that he'll have a good game, and so give something like that a try. Just want to explain to you, what's good for the slate, 8,600, or if you want to drop down your pitcher. I don't think this guy's going to be highly owned, Miles Mikolas, but everything's fitting well in for him to get a win, projected by Vegas, and his numbers are really, it's got a favorable matchup, really, even though, a lot of people won't play him for different reasons. They don't think he's that good or whatever. Just an idea as far as, and there's some other guys here, Sabathia, Tyler Mahle, Eduardo Rodriguez, and the guy for Atlanta, I don't know how to say his last name, but these are good plays really in a cheaper range that you would have to go down with to really get a Colorado stack. Even though I got 2 in here, you could look at getting some other guys there. David Dahl's not a great prospect, but he's not probably going to play with these 2 guys playing. But, you can look at getting, some of the other guys higher up in the order, perhaps at least 7th, batting 7th, to get them into your lineup. So that's what I'll leave you with for today, to get the complete tool and system to help you keep not only optimize, keep track of all of your plays and the vital statistics when it comes to most important rules for getting yourself a best lineup. And if you, like I say, before starting this, many lineups so that you can get offset your tournament plays with 50-50s, and just to make sure you don't lose money. And that's how I do that nightly on these slates. So, all right, just want to tell you all that, and have a great day.